Extra. It's the first day of meteorological fall, but the heat, unfortunately, yeah, it's sticking around. We're on your side with how warm we're expecting it to get, and if the rain is going to help cool us down. And it's September. We bring you the weather extra on the conditions we normally see this month and when we can expect those temperatures to start cooling down as we head towards the first day of astronomical fall.
Live on your side. First Alert Weather Extra starts right now.
But first, oh my goodness, take a look at this picture on your screen. This is an image shared by Ty Kaplan on X, formerly Twitter, of a shelf cloud over the Texas Tech football stadium over the weekend. Severe weather impacting parts of Texas even through today, and we'll have more on that coming up. But first, we have got to talk about what's happening right here across central Alabama. Listen, we're tracking some wet weather, and this is part of our next big thing. We mentioned a cold front coming through, bringing us increasing rain chances through middle of this week. But the unfortunate part of it, it's not bringing us any cold air. Let's take this full screen. Take a look at temperatures all across central Alabama right now. We're tracking temps in the 70s. We even have some upper 70s on the map and some low 80s. It doesn't feel terrible outside, a little sticky out there, but the good news is the one thing this front middle of this week is going to do is lower those humidity levels, so it won't feel as humid and sticky outside. But take a look at those current temperatures. You can see where the rain is at on and along I-20 and areas to the west, dealing with some heavy rainfall in parts of Fayette and in Tuscaloosa County. Giving you a better look here over towards Perry, Sandtown, Wiley, and Wyndham Springs in North Tuscaloosa County. We also have the southern portions of Fayette dealing with some heavy rain near Concord. Not a whole lot of lightning with this. It's mostly just rain, but you might hear rumble of thunder. You might see some lightning in the distance, so just be careful as you're out and about this evening. We're seeing more rain again setting up on Interstate 20 near the Moody area over towards Trussville and Rolling Hills all the way down towards Wolf Creek. So if you're in that area, some heavy rainfall for you all, and some more steady showers or steady rainfall for north central Alabama up towards Centerville in on along I-65 there. So giving you all that first alert. But again, it's not terrible for us this evening. As we look at the next 24 hours, a few passing showers will be possible. So if you have plans tonight, grab the umbrella and the rain jacket. As you're getting ready to head back to work and take your kids to school tomorrow morning, there could be a few showers around as you're getting up and hitting the road. So give yourself some extra drive time. This is around 8 a.m. We're still seeing some pockets of heavy rain. I'm not expecting any storms for tomorrow morning, but there could be an isolated storm for the afternoon. By the time we reach Tuesday evening, we're drying out, and then we reach Wednesday, and it doesn't look too bad. Wednesday rain chances are going to be hit or miss. So again, I suggest the umbrella and the rain jacket, but we'll continue to show you what that looks like more right here on First Weather Extra. For this evening, though, temperatures down into the low 70s right around 8 p.m. Still going to hold on to that slight rain chance. The next big thing is really those temperatures. We have high temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s heading into your weekend. It is going to be hot, so be prepared for those really hot conditions heading into this weekend. And I don't see a cool down anytime soon, guys. It looks like we're staying with those above average temperatures. Real quick, take a look at these weather headlines. Number one, we have an isolated storm possible this evening, more like showers than anything, more scattered showers. If there is a storm, it will be more isolated. We're taking a look at more scattered storms possible by middle of this week. And then we're going to hold on to those above average temperatures as we approach the weekend, as I mentioned to you before. I want to show you what that fall countdown looks like because listen, we are getting close to the fall season, matter of fact. And we are really only a couple of days away. So let's pull up that fall countdown so that you can take a look at this, because I know many of you are super excited about those cooler temperatures that we are, yes, unfortunately not getting. But the good news is fall is right around the corner. Fall is 21 days away. That's September the 22nd. But will it feel like fall? That's the big question. Well, on the first day of September, meteorologist Megan Thomas joins us now with a weather extra look at what we can typically expect during the month of September.
Today marks the first day of a new month in meteorological fall, and temperatures throughout the month of September will finally gradually begin to back down. Now, over the past week or so, we have been running below average, whereas our average high for today sits around 89. Will be gradually falling each week by the time Astronomical fall gets here on the 22nd. Temperatures in the afternoon will be between about 83 and about 85 degrees. Towards the end of the month, highs back right around almost at 80. So as we plan the next several days, we are going to be again running below average for this time of year, and so will our temperatures in the morning. Typically in the month of September, overnight we'll be holding in the upper 60s and then gradually falling by September 30th to near 60. But as we get into the weekend, it looks like we could get this secondary surge of cool air by early Monday morning, which means we'd be below the actual low temperature that we typically see at the end of this month. Bottom line is it is going to fluctuate over the next several days, so always make sure to keep it here on Weather Extra for the latest information. As far as rain goes for this month, Birmingham averages about 4 inches of rain, Tuscaloosa a little over 3 or just shy 3.5, and then Anniston a little over 3 inches of rain as well for this month. Now look at how we play out for the remainder of the year. October is our driest month across Alabama, so any rain that we do get between now and really October really going to help us out, especially as we see that drought pick up, especially in the month of October. Then we get a little bit of a surge of moisture between November and December.
Well, thanks, Megan. As we continue and mentioned earlier in the show, Texas seeing heavy rainfall over the weekend, which left many drivers stranded and roads underwater. This was the scene on Sunday in Houston. Rain began late yesterday morning and moved in from the north. Air travel also was impacted, as airports reported ground stops during the heaviest of the rain. The slow moving system also left one resident cleaning up nearly 8 inches of water from his apartment complex.
It happened real quick. And soon in 3-5 minutes, all the water started going in. So my daughter, she started screaming like, "Hey, Dad, look at the water!" And she got scared. She started yelling. She started crying because we don't know what's going to happen.
More rain was expected today, which could potentially bring more flooding concerns. Well, don't go anywhere. You're watching First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Tonia Michelle. We'll have another checkup on your weather and soon a full look at that 7-day after the break. Well, welcome back into First Alert Weather Extra. Meteorologist Tonia Michelle here. I want to take you over to our graphics and show you what those rain chances look like over the next couple of days. We're going to see rain chances a little higher as we approach the middle of this week. 40 to 50% chance, mainly areas west of I-65 in northwest central Alabama. We'll have the most rainfall totals as we approach Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we get into later into the week and rain chances start to lower for us. I do think there could be a passing shower around as we approach this upcoming weekend. Maybe Saturday, another front seems to come through, but it doesn't seem to bring us a lot of moisture. So that's one thing that we're going to keep our eye on over the next couple of days. But with rain chances a little higher as we approach the middle of the week, take a second, scan this QR code right here on your screen, download the WBRC First Alert Weather app. When we start to see these scattered showers and storms, you need to know when it's coming your way. And you can get those updates and notifications by using our free app, downloading it in your Apple or Google Play Store. All right, guys, we have been talking about the temperatures, but here's a look at the tropics. What's happening in the Atlantic right now? Well, really not a whole lot. There's some stuff trying to brew, but it doesn't seem to be coming together quite yet. There's a wave off of the Africa coast that has been developing, producing a very broad area of low pressure. Scattered showers and storms is what we're seeing. And as far as what can happen next, there could be some development, maybe at least a little. As of right now, the National Weather Service is saying about a 60% chance of development over the next 7 days. But the good news is the track of this system, if it does develop, well, it's not expecting to impact us. It's not expected to impact us here across the United States, the East Coast or the Gulf Coast. It's expected to move to the west, but eventually shift north through the central Atlantic. So some good news there. Well, still ahead on First Alert Weather Extra, we have the latest on the 7-day forecast, and we're going to talk about how farmers and scientists are coming together to create sustainable crops that will last through warming temperatures. We'll be right back. Welcome back in, everyone. First Alert meteorologist Tonia Michelle here. Take a look right now at our First Alert Sky Vision camera. This is out in Tuscaloosa County. It looks like some of you in that county dealing with dry conditions, and someone's out there running, enjoying that too. Temperatures in the 80s. But if I take you over to our First Alert AccuTrack satellite and radar, you'll see that not all of Tuscaloosa is dry right now. Take a look at the northern portions of the county, dealing with some heavy rain, matter of fact, and even a little bit of lightning. Before we zoom in there, I want to show you the full overview of what central Alabama looks like right now. There's still some dry areas. There's only a few spots getting rain, but that's impactful to you if you have to go through it. So be prepared if you have to make any errands this evening that you might run into some wet weather. I'd give yourself some extra drive time. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s, but here's where the heavy rain is setting up across North Tuscaloosa County, southern portions of Fayette County. We're looking at Cleveland in Fayette, down to Berry in Fayette County. Again, North Tuscaloosa County, that heavy rain setting up near the city of Samantha and Skelton, Bend Estates, also near Sandtown. So if you're in those areas, you might even see a little lightning. So again, you want to be careful and safe as you're out and about. So more rain that's kind of settling down. It's a little bit more steady. There's some moderate downpours to parts of Moody in St. Clair County, Wolf Creek. Not seeing any lightning. This just looks like some steady rainfall. But again, still impactful. If you have to be out and about in that, you're going to want the umbrella and the rain jacket. Tracking some more steady rainfall in parts of Coleman County, stretching up towards the city of Centerville in Coleman County, Good Hope, and down towards Dodge City. City. So it's the perfect time to take a minute, download and scan this QR code so you can download the WBRC First Alert Weather app. We really stress having the app because it lets you know when heavy rain or lightning is near you. Before we continue, I want to stop here and give you Tonia's weather check. We could see an isolated storm around 4 this evening, more scattered showers than anything, so please be safe. We'll see another chance for scattered storms around as we approach the middle of the week, anticipating our next front to move through, and then we'll see above average temperatures as another high pressure system builds in and those temperatures increase. I want to walk you through the next 24 hours though first, because you might have some plans over the next couple of days, or really through this evening. For this evening, temperatures down into the low 70s right around 8 p.m. Isolated shower is still possible. Again, I recommend the umbrella and the rain jacket. But looking at the next 24, we bring in this evening with a little bit of rain still around. Here we are Monday, 8 o'clock, still seeing some showers setting up on I-59. So if you're in St. Clair County up towards Etowah and Cherokee, be on the alert for some wet weather. There could be some more rain developing for your early Tuesday morning. I know many of you had the day off today. Well, if you're getting up tomorrow, have the umbrella and the rain jacket. We're still seeing a little bit of wet weather around for that early morning commute. Here's Tuesday, 3 p.m., seeing some improvements, but it looks like rain could return for us and increasing cloud coverage as we approach your Wednesday. Here's a look at highs over the next couple of days. I want to walk you through that full 7-day forecast here. We have highs by the time we reach this weekend in the 90s. Not a whole lot of heat relief in the 7-day forecast. We'll be breaking it down, more weather right here on First Alert Weather Extra. Well, farmers, they are often on the front lines of shifting weather patterns and extreme temperatures that threaten harvests. It's why scientists are searching for ways to help crops survive. Reporter Heather Graff explains how decades worth of work to create an adapted apple could sow the seeds for more climate resilient crops.
This probably started coming down 3 or 4 years ago.
It may not look like it at first glance, but this orchard is actually a research facility.
I think everyone wants crispness.
The place where Chris Walsh has spent more than 3 decades working to build a better apple.
We started out breeding for hot weather in 1991.
He's a professor emeritus in the Plant Science and Landscape Architecture department at the University of Maryland. And initially, Walsh wanted to develop an apple that could thrive in this particular region.
We were trying to get heat tolerance for Appalachia.
Yet over time, he realized that concept could potentially help growers in many places.
We're dealing with climate change, warmer, wetter, windier, and we sort of took on all 3 of those things as potential problems for growers.
He says it took years of careful crossbreeding and selection, but in 2023, Walsh and his team secured patents for 2 new apple varieties.
So these are TAP 2.
One yellow, one red, and both intended to be more climate resilient.
So it's taken almost a human generation to go from an apple seedling that would come off a tree to actually being of the quality and all the attributes you're looking for.
Those attributes include not just heat tolerance, but blight tolerance as well, because he says bacterial diseases like fire blight have also become more common amid warmer temperatures.
This is fire blight.
Walsh showing us where it's shown up on other trees in the university's test orchard, while his varieties remain blight-free.
So you didn't see any fire blight over here.
And finally, he says these new apples were designed to grow into much shorter trees.
We liked the fact that they come down and they're bendable.
Walsh hopes that special architecture will make them easier to harvest, as the industry also copes with ongoing labor shortages. The National Trade Association representing apple growers warned in its 2024 Outlook report that domestic agricultural labor is getting harder and harder to find.
Every apple in the U.S. is harvested by hand, and that's a lot of hours.
We sat down with U.S. Apple's Vice President of Insight and Analytics, Chris Gerlach, to talk about some of the biggest challenges facing apple growers today, from the cost and availability of labor to climate change and its effects on one of America's most consumed fruits.
2021, there was what was called the heat dome in the Pacific Northwest. Temperatures in the orchard reaching 123 30 degrees on the surface of an apple really impacted the quality of that year's crop, brought it down about 10% for that year. Also, the pests and diseases that are coming along with those warmer temperatures.
This, as the U.S. is currently the third largest apple producer worldwide, with the industry's economic impact estimated at about $23 billion each year. Gerlach says that's why work being done at the University of Maryland and other research programs is so important moving forward.
I personally
Welcome back into First Alert Weather Extra. We have some beautiful pictures to show you. This one by Rhonda White, Labor Day on Logan Martin Lake. This one, a beautiful sunset in Pell City from Donna Sorensen. How gorgeous is that? I love the field right in front of it. And Joan Kilpatrick sent this one in. Sunset on I-22. Beautiful views all across central Alabama with those clouds. And take a look at this beautiful rainbow picture from Susie Harris. This one was taken over Alabaster, and I can kind of see a double rainbow there. And Michael Johnson sending this picture in moonlight over Panama City Beach. Oh my goodness, I want to be at the beach right now. Hey. With these 90s back in the forecast, it's definitely giving beach weather. I feel like we need to be back on the beach, guys. But thank you so much for sending in those pictures. Absolutely stunning. If you want to send in your photos, be sure to do so. You can send them into the WBRC First Alert Weather app so that we can shout you out and showcase them right here on First Alert Weather Extra. Before we go, I want to show you another look at that 7-day forecast. It doesn't look terrible, but I will say it does look hot. As far as how it's going to feel outside, the good news is with lower humidity levels, it shouldn't shouldn't feel like the hundreds anymore. It should feel what the temperature actually is, or maybe a few degrees warmer. But we are tracking some wet weather as we approach the middle of the week. We'll have more forecast updates for you tonight, first at 9. Be sure to check in with us. I'll break down the full 7-day a little bit more. Have a safe evening.